Hey, what's going on, positive people? What's up, HCR fam? And today we have a special interview, but wherever you guys are tuning in from, of course, we are live right here on SiriusXM channel 140 and Holy Culture Radio. Thanks for being here today. I have my big bro. I have Donnie D-Maub Harper. Say what's up to our Holy Culture family.
Yeah, we in the bit Holy Culture. Hey, y'all the truth, bro. I just want to let y'all know. Y'all been rocking with Cuddy for a long time. Trig,
Yes,
love you, man. Appreciate everything y'all doing for the culture, man. Yeah, let's get it. Shout out to my little bro, man.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
yeah,
plus holding it down over there, man.
Yeah,
love
people don't know
doing,
we go all the way back. We both represent Cincinnati. We both from Ohio. And let's just start there. So, I guess how would you say we got connected? And obviously it was through my older brother, but just talk about how that connection with my older brother.
Bro, so I think I met Vern, I want to say it was like 97, 98, somewhere around there. Mm-hmm. And he was doing, I knew him from doing artwork. I was introduced to him through my bro Rob Lazarus, right? Yeah. And I met him through Rob. He was doing artwork for Rob, but I was producing at the time. I was always into music. Like I was always rapping. But when I got saved, I didn't know nothing about Christian hip hop. It wasn't even a thing in 97, right? It wasn't even, I never heard of it. So my dude started rapping for God. I'm like, rapping for God? That don't even sound right. So we started rapping. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, so you just rapping about, your love for God and what he's done for, what I'm saying? Like sharing your stories, your testimonies, and how you got saved, where you come from. So I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope. I didn't know you can rap for God. So I started out making his beats because I stopped rapping. Because again, when I got saved, I didn't know you could rap for God. So started off making beats, man. And then I started doing it. And then we met Vern. And then of course I met, Vern's family, through Vern, met you, the whole family, everybody. So met you through Vern, bro.
Yeah. So I think I remember one of my first times like meeting you, seeing you. I think he was working on your artwork for a single or something called The Holy Renegade, maybe.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's so crazy. Yeah, bro.
That's going way back.
Yeah, that's going way back, man. I can't even think of if that was my very first project or not. Holy Renegade. It might have been, bro. Yeah, might have been my very first joint.
Yeah, so going way back, and I was just like, man, who is this dude rapping like this? Because you was up in his bedroom, y'all was working on stuff, and I was that was around my introduction to Christian hip hop as well. So my introduction was obviously like Gospel Gangsters and the Cross Movement, Mike Peace. So
shout out to Gospel Gangsters, man, one of my favorite groups in the whole world.
Man, so cold, so cold, man. so legendary. So, but for me, I was just like, oh, there's a dude in my city that's just as cold as them. That's how that was like my thought when I heard you rapping. And in the entire like you mentioned Laz, Rob, the whole FIC crew. And Cincinnati had a poppin' scene when it came to Christian hip hop. I still remember K-Drama like selling beats, and I think he had like cassette tapes. This is going way back. This is late 90s, and him just being like a young kid, like younger than me, and I was just like, man, he's doing the same thing as well. So I've been a fan of Christian hip hop for over 25 years. It's wild to say that. Wild to say it.
And it's crazy. Hip hop just celebrated 50. Just to think Christian hip hop came only 25 years later.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a long time. I mean, it's a nice amount of time, but hip hop was 50 years. We came 25 years.
Yeah. And
and
also,
it, like, dang.
And quietly, some of the work that Justin Sarachek has done with Rapzilla was kind of digging into some of the roots that like even like in the mid 80s, I believe I want to say like the mid 80s, like there were people popping up there. Like I think his name is Stephen Wiley. And he had a song called The Bible Break. And I think I don't want to misquote it, but I believe that we're playing basketball. I want to say like you know that song. Who song is
Curtis
that?
Curtis Blow.
Yeah, there's like some type of like where that might be Stephen Wiley's song, but Curtis Blow kind of jacked it from like a Christian rapper from like the mid 80s. But you have to dig into that. Justin Serchik has a story on it over at Rapzilla. He sat down with them. So, but that's getting off base. But basically, what we're saying here is like Christian hip hop has roots. And and going back to what I was saying, I was just like, man, we have a crew here in Cincinnati that's doing big things. I remember being in high school and talking about FIC, talking about K-drama and things like that. And yeah, so it's you've been in this game for a while. And I have a few things. So speaking of FIC, this is a throwback for you.
FIC Live 2004.
Yes.
Man, me and my bro Vern, bro. When I say we produced the heck out of that CD, bro,
y'all did.
Like me and my bro Vern, you know, we was this production team called Priceless. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't even know he was making music when I met him. You know, he was your bro. He was doing artwork.
Yep.
So this dude has an ear that's unmatched when it comes to this music. You know, like if I was to make beats with anybody in the world, it would be Vern. Like there's nobody else I would ever want to produce with side by side, both of us being hands on. Like that was a match in heaven, me and Vern. That we produced that whole thing, man. It was dope. I think Marzell produced a couple tracks on there too. So yeah, FIC was crazy, man. Me and Rob Lazarus started FIC, me, him, Delmont. It was just really like us three at first, you know what I'm saying? And FIC stood for Forever in Christ. So we was Forever in Christ music, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's back in 97, bro. That's crazy when we started at 98.
It was a dope time. And one of my favorite memories of you was at the studio. And I was just this kid who had no talent, obviously. Like didn't rap, didn't sing, but I was just hanging around the studio. And I still remember like it was like kind of like a burgundy type of room with a glass and at last spot. And I would just sit outside the studio. Like to me, I was just like, this group is just as big as Cross Movement, but people just don't know about it. That's how I looked at FIC. And I remember one of my favorite moments of you was in between the session, you were out there and y'all was playing dominoes. And I was just looking like, I know how to connect the number to the number. Like I'm a kid, but like I know how to play dominoes. And he was like, no, there's actually a game. And I remember I don't know if you remember, but you taught me how to play dominoes.
And I
remember y'all was like holding the little things, and I had mine like I was trying to hold mine, and I just ended up stacking mine on the table because I was just like, I can't hold these. And I remember you were so ruthless. You always have been ruthless in how you rap and just like you just shoot it straight. You kept on like accidentally bumping the table and knocking over my bones. You were just like, you got to learn how to hold them. He's like, you can't put them on the table. Yeah. And you kept every time I did, you would bump the table, knock them over.
You know what's funny is I kind of remember doing that, which is so crazy. And my memory is bad, but I remember doing that to you. That is so crazy.
Yeah. So you taught me how to play dominoes, and like now it's funny because like my daughter, we play dominoes. I do the same thing, but she's 8, and I understand.
Who cares? Who cares? Who cares? We don't care. Hold your dominoes if you want to play.
You gotta hold them. So her little bitty hands. Well, if she gets to like 4, you should be able to hold 2. Yeah. You should be able to hold 2 with your little hand self. Right. So, but yeah, right. I'm passing down the tradition, man.
There it is.
One of my other favorite memories with you is going down to the Holy Hip Hop joint down in Atlanta, and staying. Me, you, V, K-Drama. I don't know if K-Drama stayed with us. Shout out to Kenny McNeil, Soulja K. We all just was down there kicking it, going to the different shows, different rappers from around the nation. It was a dope time. It was a dope time.
Yeah, man. That's where I met so many freaking people, bruh.
Yeah.
Oh my, like people I still got relationships with to this day. Jesus or Buzz. of course, Kenton Jones. You know, my first time seeing him was at the Holy Hip Hop Awards. He was doing that song that anybody wanna praise with me?
Yeah, that I still remember that night. That was dope.
Bruh, the whole place was doing whatever he was saying, bro. Like,
right.
He had the whole
bruh? Arena in the palm of his hand. It was crazy.
Arena, bro. Whole arena, bro. Everybody was going crazy. And he was so commanding.
Yeah, he was.
And not in a prideful way, but just like, nah, let's get it. You know, it was like,
we praising God in here.
Like, yeah, man. It was such a dope moment, man. But I met so many people at the Holy Hip Hop Awards. So many, man. So many relationships was built from those trips.
Yeah, man. So very dope stuff. And speaking of Kenton Jones, we need to get into a break. And one of my favorite songs of Kenton Jones features you. Okay. It's a song by the name of Already Gone off of his Dominionaire project. So we're going to take a quick break. Holy Culture fam, don't you guys go anywhere. Check out this dope song. Our guy D-Maub right here has I believe the last verse on there, and he smashes it. It. So you guys,
me and Ken.
And you guys have a ton of songs together, but this is my favorite one. So you guys keep it locked right here on the Be Positive Music Show, right here on Holy Culture Radio, Sirius XM channel 140, and we will be right back. Peace.
Come closer, come close. I know you see me physically, but really I'm a ghost. No ice cream, no soda, still I'm afloat. You looking at a star, but it's the sun I promote. So listen, I'm not the one you wanna provoke, cause I got a weapon that'll put anybody back in their place if they thinking they can take me for a joke. No way, you'll catch me not living by the words that was wrote in the book of life. That alone got me gone in the zone, so all you see around me is smoke. Can't nobody break my content.
Welcome back, Holy Culture fam. It's B Plus right here on Holy Culture Radio. I am hanging out with my guy, Donnie D-Maub Harper. Say what's up to the people one more time.
Yes, sir. We in the building. Shout out to Be Positive, man. B Plus. We all that, man. We positive. We add into what we got going. You know what I'm saying? God is faithful, bro. And we keeping good company. You already know how we do.
We already know we keeping good company. We already keeping good company. So let's go ahead and continue this fun time we have. So we talked a little bit about like your history and getting into rap, learning about Christian rap, just like your connections in Cincinnati with FIC Music, Forever in Christ Music. But then towards the end of Forever in Christ Music, you kind of birthed your own record label. Is that right?
Yeah, for sure. One Route Entertainment.
So talk to us about that era.
Yeah, so I started One Route Entertainment. Man, I just felt like it was a God thing. I felt like my bro Laz, he's definitely a boss, and wanted to run things a certain way. And I was like, you know what, man? I want to have something like he inspired me for real. You know what I mean? Like starting his own label and having all of us there. I was just like, man, this is dope. I would love to do something like that. You know what I mean? So I branched off and I started One Route Entertainment. I think that was in 2005.
Okay.
And so started One Route Entertainment, man, and been hitting the ground running ever since.
Yeah, man. And that was a fun time for me just because that was around the time where I was finishing up college. And I remember playing you around campus, and people were just kind of like, "Who is this? Like this dude is cold." And you used to do like this thing where you doubled up when you were rapping, like with your cadence. And they were kind of like, they were like, "I've literally never heard anybody do that before." And you do it so well, and we'll get into that a little bit more as we talk about your new music. But this is it's one of those things that we talked about kind of offline a few weeks ago about being around creative people will inspire you.
For sure.
So being around Rob inspire you to create your own label. Me just being around my older brother V, like his brain is just, I think it's different. Like I think he's working with something different. And and just being around him, he's been encouraging me to be a creative. Like I was telling you, I feel like I'm like new to this creative world. I just always thought that I was a little bit different, but I didn't rap, I didn't sing, I didn't draw, I didn't do all those things, so I didn't think of myself as a creative. But being around him has inspired me to get into what I'm doing now, birthing a YouTube channel, and now how that's grown, and now I have an actual radio show, which is still mind blowing to me. So, talk to me a little bit about just like being around a good company, pun intended, to push you to the next level.
So, man, without the company that I have around me today, bro, I don't even know if I would have the drive that I have. I think I would still do it at a certain level, right? But people will either allow you to fail or keep you from it. You know what I mean? And so for me, it's super important to have people around me that's encouraging me, that's pushing me. If you're not doing that, I have to really question the relationship. Like, what are we really doing if we ain't pushing each other to be great? Because we don't got time to be playing around and not being successful. You know what I mean? If you see me sliding down the wrong way, like, tell me, say something, and I should do the same for you. So the people that I have surrounded me, man, always hold me accountable. I need that. I need that accountability. We all need that accountability. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I think that's paramount, and we'll get into the next era after the One Route era, which is the Good Company era. But before we do that, I have some more stuff.
Let's go. What this dude got? Hey, let me tell you something. Right now. That album, it's 2 albums that's my favorite albums that I've done.
Really?
Urban Legend is top. Urban Legend, it's on Spotify, it's on Apple Music, it's everywhere right now. Yeah. Urban Legend has got to be my most complete album, and an album that I put out that I have 0 regrets. 0.
Wow.
0. The song selections, the production, like, I have 0 regrets for Urban Legend. My second favorite album that I done is I did it with my bro Eric Cross, and it's the Creature Clan album.
Yes.
Top 2, I wouldn't change one thing on either project.
Got it.
Top 2 projects that I've done so far.
Yeah.
And so
I can see why you said that. Like, I think one of my favorite songs by you is off of Urban Legend, Let's Go. Like, who produced that? Who produced that song?
So most of the production came from it's a few guys, man, who has this production team. But I'm drawing a blank of the name of the website that I got the beats from. I'll have to come back to that. Dang, I can't think of the name of the production, but they produce most of the whole album. I mean, they produce So Professional, they produce Let's Go, they produce Don't Box Me Up, they produce I can't think of the name of the dang old production team. It'll come to me.
Okay, got you.
But yeah,
man.
So you said Let's Go was one of your favorite joints?
Yeah, because I used to DJ at the Fun Factory.
Yes.
On their gospel nights every Thursday.
And that joint go crazy for skating.
Every time I played that, because DJing at a skating rink, that's probably the reason why I'm good at doing blends, because like you know how it is when you skating, like, don't mess up their groove.
No, you can't.
If they in the line and they doing their thing, you come in, that's why I don't know how to scratch. Because I cut my teeth learning how to DJ at a skating rink. You come in there scratching and stuff like that, you gonna mess up the flow and the BPM, and they like, nah, fam.
For sure.
So the gospel night was kind of like the because like Sunday nights was kind of like it was like a club scene at a skating rink. Girls dressed up to the nine, the guys all lined up. It was like a club scene. So the gospel night, people would show up just to practice their steps and all that stuff, so they can really get down on Sunday. But it was gospel night, and so it was just kind of like, man, there's not any really some music that I can actually practice to. But then insert me and V when we start tag team DJing on those Thursday nights, and they was just like, this gospel, this a Christian skate night. And then the word kind of spread it, and people would actually come there and really, really practice because they knew the gospel nights was dope. And one of the songs they used to always play was Let's Go, and people loved it. And to the point where we end up calling you and say, hey, you got to send us the instrumental. Just so after we played the song, we would just let the instrumental ride. So yeah, great times, man.
Bro, I can't. Let me tell you, off of Urban Legend, I can't even tell you a favorite song on that album. I can tell you songs that I like better than other songs on that album. Mm-hmm. But it's such a complete out. Like I wouldn't. Yeah, I can't. I'm looking at it now. I mean, Dad is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Dad is one of those ones, bro. Mm-hmm. In the beginning, I knew everything about the end. Is so coded. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's one of my most creative songs. Is in the beginning, I knew everything about the end.
I have to go back and check that one out because I wouldn't even ring a bell.
Man, bro, like the creative writing. What it took for me to make that song, like I was thinking, you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Even the title, in the beginning, I knew everything about the end. It is like, so then you got that, then you like so professional, bruh. That song will probably always be one of my top 5 favorite songs I've ever done in the whole world. Yeah. Like I can't never top. So Professional is top.
I agree.
People crazy. Bro, that album is like...
It's really deep. It's a deep album.
Bro, wait till you go back and you hear, in the beginning, I knew everything about the end.
I'll do it. I'm gonna do it.
Bro, Red Letters.
I got you. Yeah, he's cold. He's cold too. Yeah. So I know we've been talking about the past, but you're not done rapping.
I just got back into it, man.
Into it. So talk to us a little bit about what you have going on, about 2 minutes, and then we got to get into a break. So really quickly, give us a little snapshot of what you're working on now, what you got going on.
So I'm working on a project now. It's called Revamp. I've been putting out snippets on my social media. So yeah, follow me at official.D-Maub. Follow that this right here, if you wanna really hear me rapping for real and bringing that content and videos, follow that right there. TikTok is cool. It's Donnie is good, but TikTok is Donnie is good. But they be blocking your videos and stuff when they think you stealing somebody else's song. Then they'll mute the song. I hate TikTok for that. But yeah, hit me up on Instagram. Okay. But working on that project, man. I'm excited about it. I've just been putting out reels and stuff like that, building up to it. So it's called Revamped, and I'm taking some old songs, remixing them, remastering them with new production, laying new vocals on top of them, and then I'm doing some new songs as well that's never been released. So it's a combination of old songs being revamped and then some new ones.
Got it. So got it.
So I don't have a date yet. Hopefully this year it'll release. This year I plan on releasing it this year.
Got it. But I do know you have a single out right now, and that is you have a couple out, but one in particular is King.
Man, that's one of those revamped joints. If you ask my boy Brinson from God Chasers, he'll probably tell you that's his favorite song I've done.
Okay.
King. Yeah. Okay. So it was on a compilation called Life Over Death, where I took like worldly tracks and then rapped over it.
I remember that.
Life Over Death. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, but I did it before Life Over Death. It was an original song. So then I remixed it with the Life Over Death track, and then I just recently remixed it again because it's such a dope song. So yeah, With the King. That's what it's called. With the King.
With the King. Got it. So let's go ahead. Let's hop into that and give our listeners a taste of Donnie's D-Maub's new song. So you guys don't go anywhere. This is the Be Positive Music Show, and we will be right back.
I hit the front line with the king, on the grind with the king. I shine for the king. Spend time with the king. So I think with the mind of a king.
Welcome back, HCR fam. It's B Plus hanging out with D-Maub, and you just heard an HCR debut song.
Let's get it, man, with the King, bro. I love that freaking song, man. I felt like it needed some new production. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I felt like the lyrical content is timeless. I think the feel of it is timeless. And so I was like, man, let me get with my guy. So I got a producer called, his name is Zero. Man, he's been my producer, bro. Him, K Drama, them kind of been my producers, my go-to producers. So yeah, this album will be full with production from those two guys. But yeah, with the King, that's my joint, man.
And what I love about it is like, it's the third verse. Number one, like third verses are like extinct just because people's times or attention span is just short. Yeah. But also like how you, but I feel like what you did was smart, and what Zero did was smart, because even though you're getting towards, all right, two verses and a chorus, it's like, it's about time to wrap this song up. But then it's like the beat switch. And like the change is like, okay, yeah, it's a whole different song, and it kind of gives you that, like, just as you getting ready to be like tired of it, like, okay, like songs are short nowadays. It's like, no, we still got more to do, but we gonna change things up. So talk a little bit about that. Was that intentional?
Yeah, very intentional, man. Well, shout out to my producer because it was his idea. Okay. But I kind of told him, like, man, I need you to do something crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want this song to be like a breath of fresh air. I don't want it to be, you know, I don't want you to feel stagnant while you listening to it. You know, I don't want you to get boring with it. And so I gave him free reign. You know what I'm saying?
Got it.
And when he sent that back, I was just like, yo, this is what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? He's a producer who can match my delivery. And so when you get me with a producer who can match my delivery, another producer who I love to work with is Tone Jones.
Legend.
Legend, bro. Like, he's able to match my delivery. So anything I can do delivery wise, they can play. And so now that I have that again in Zero, and of course in K Drama, you know, my songs will some of my songs will do that. Like, they'll just switch and change and take you in a whole different direction, but it'll still flow, you know what I'm saying, sonically. So yeah, that's super dope. That's super dope. I'm so excited to have you back making music. But because after that One Route era that you had, you slid into what you have on now, like your Good Company era. So but before we do that, I have something else. Okay.
I have something else. So we showed you this earlier. We showed you this, and sorry for my radio listeners. I know that I'm doing some visuals. That's just more incentive for you to go over to my YouTube channel. This visual will be up. But for my people who are viewing this right now, I'm holding up the Urban Legend CD jacket. But if you take it and you flip it around,
bro,
you see Donnie is sitting here, and just again for context, he has a hoodie on that, if my memory serves me correctly, the hoodie was like of like Cincinnati's roads and stuff.
Yes.
And that's when the album artwork. Say it again.
I just had to shout out Ron Hummins. He was the owner of the C-Town brand that I was wearing.
So C-Town brand, and then you have one here, some C-Town Air Force Ones.
For sure. Them some custom C-Town Air Force Ones that's from his brand.
So I'm saying all that to say, when did you get into fashion? Because you've always been into it. We have the proof.
I've always been into it, yeah.
But again, your pivot. Talk about your pivot to your Good Company era.
Yeah, so what was crazy is I started pastoring in 2015. When I started pastoring, my church was called Love and Grace Outreach, Love and Grace. And when I started pastoring, I didn't have time to do music for real. I couldn't do music and pastor at the same time. It was too time consuming. And so I put the music down. But when I put the music down, I'm like, man, you know, we doing ministry a little different. So I want to make sure that my finances is secure. So, you know, I was like, man, I'm working, you know, I could use some extra money. And I never thought about clothing, but God dropped that. He dropped it on me so hard, bro. Like I couldn't shake it. There was nothing. It was like, I had to do this. I had to do good company. It's like he chose me to do good company because I never wanted to sell clothes a day in my life. I didn't even like retail hours because they took your whole weekend up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I'm definitely not about to do nothing dealing with retail once I left Foot Locker. But man, I wanted to make a difference in the community, bro. And I've been always trying to make a difference in my community. You know what I'm saying? Just with my music, with my lifestyle, how I treat people, how I, support, love on people. I do my best to do that so I can be the change I want to see. And so I believe God dropped the name on me, how the logo was supposed to look for this brand, everything, bro. I really didn't do anything creative to get the name and everything for this brand. And so in 2014, we launched Good Company Apparel, man. We're going on 10 years in July 25th, it'll be 10 years.
Wow. Congratulations. Yeah. And for our radio listeners, like just talk through how you spell good, how it's framed. Talk us through that.
Yeah. So it's the word good, G-O-O-D. But I put parentheses around the second O. And so it's making it that second O applicable or non-applicable. So when you leave it in, of course it says good. When you take it out, it says God. But the name of the clothing line is called Good Company Apparel because I wanted to focus on being reminded of the type of people we need to surround ourselves with to be successful. Like, we see billboards and signs that say, put your seatbelt on, don't text and drive, don't drink and drive. I've never seen one that said, watch the company you keep. You know what I'm saying? I see billboards that say God on there. We need to surrender. And, I see billboards promoting God. I see billboards promoting things that are good. But I never seen being mindful of the company you keep being promoted. And so that's the problem that we're solving in our community is because we're pushing something that needs to be reiterated, right? We're the billboard now. But at the same time, I didn't want a brand that made people wear the owner. So we wear a lot of brands and a lot of it's the name of the person who owns the brand that we're wearing. We're wearing their name as a badge of honor. Their name makes us feel like we got on something that's dope or worth wearing or stylish. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted you to wear who you are. I wanted you to wear yourself. Right. So the name Good Company, that's who you are without even owning the product. Our brand is an extension of who you already are. It's not something you got to buy into like, oh yeah, that movement is dope, I'll buy into that. This is who I am, whether I wear the brand or not. So keeping good company, keeping God company, I think is necessary to be successful.
Now, I just thought about something. That's kind of countercultural because it's like, well, before I say that, the first thing that came to mind is that when you picked up fashion and pastoring, you put down the mic. And it wasn't like, there wasn't like any lines drawn. It wasn't like D-Maub launches Good Company Apparel.
No, I didn't even want people to know I owned it for the first year. I stayed away from people knowing I owned the brand. It was like almost a year before I had to start really telling people like, yes, I own it.
But it's like, but that's not what rappers do. Like Rockaware, like everybody knows. Sean John, but we're not gonna talk about Sean John right now because it's so Yeezy, all these brands, like it's like
Nelly, Vocal, Apple Bottom. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Master P with P Miller. You got Benny Siegel with State Property.
Yeah. Is Billionaire Boys Club attached to anybody?
Apparell, I think.
Apparell. I'm tripping. Yeah, Apparell. And shout out, man. I'm looking forward to that new movie, Piece by Piece.
Oh, me too. I definitely.
That's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. But back to fashion. Why didn't you do that? Because that's the template. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. So when I sat back, and this was out without me even realizing I was doing it. But in hindsight, I look back and I was like, oh my God, I was studying without even knowing it. But when I seen all of those artists, their clothing was as successful as their music career. And so when I seen a decline in their music, when they started declining their music, I started to see a decline in their clothing. And because people, I feel like people were buying the clothing because they liked the music first or the artist first.
Oh,
right. Which is good when you're hot. But what happens when you're not? We just named all these examples of what happens when you're not. The clothing goes down with the music. So I didn't want that for me. So I stayed away from telling people that I was the owner as long as I could, because I wanted you to give Good Company a fair shot without it being attached to something encouraging you or persuading you to wear it. Because once that persuasion leaves, then you stop supporting that entity. It has happened. We've seen it with all these artists, right? So I was like, man, if I could keep this thing separate, when I do, or if I do jump back into music, I'll be looked at as an ambassador more than the rapper who's pushing his own clothing line.
Yeah.
And I didn't want people wearing me. I wanted us to get out of that, right? That was the whole thing. That's why I didn't tell people, oh, this is mine. Forget who owns it. Is it dope? Do you like it? Wear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to wear it because you like me, because on the flip side, I don't want you to not wear it because you don't like my music.
That point too. That's good.
You know what I mean? Like, if you genuinely like it, then I don't want you to be turned off because you heard my song. You like, oh, but this song trash. I ain't wearing that. You know, it's like, because people think like that. People do that. Yeah, we do that. We are like
absolutely.
And so I wanted Good Company to have a fair shot without it being attached. So I kind of watched around me and made that decision.
Yeah, so you just want to make sure it had its own legs to stand on. Like, it was,
for sure.
You're wearing it on the strength of the quality, because we do want to talk about how the quality of your brand is really, really high as well. But you wanted it to be like, I'm wearing this because I like how it looks.
Right.
I like how it looks.
Or I like the message behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think that's what separates it too. That's what allows it to stand on its own. Even these new people finding out that I rap, which is so funny, because they like, yo, what? You rap? You know, because every time I sell my clothes, I never say, oh, and I'm a rapper too, check me out later. It's like, I don't even mention it. Still to this day, I don't really mention that I rap, even if somebody, comes to the mall and purchase something, unless they ask me, then we'll talk about it, but they see something new. But I just picked it back up, man. And the good thing is, it both is being accepted. Like, people love the music, you know what I'm saying? And they still, rocking with the brand. So that was my dream.
Got it. And the other thing about like seeing somebody wear something, like it happens. Like you walk up to somebody, they may have the Yeezys on. Back in the day, they would have Rockaware on. You would walk up to them, and then you would start talking about those artists, that music, what they have going on. So it's like you're talking about some other dude that don't even care about you.
Right.
But now it's like you walk up to them, they're like, what's that all about? Like, oh, like some people just say like, oh, my mama raised me to be around Good Company.
That's it. And this is a reminder.
And now they're talking about them.
Yep.
And they're quoting the Bible verse.
Nope. It's never about me when you're talking about this clothing brand. And that's exactly what I wanted. Leave me out of it. It ain't, forget me, man. That was my problem. It's like, man, I'm tired of seeing somebody in something dope, but every time I compliment them, we got to start talking about the owner, or we got to talk about their movement. And it was like, man, what if, not that that's bad, right?
Yeah.
We got those clothes, but we need some other clothes in addition to. I ain't saying get rid of that stuff. I'm saying in addition to, let's have something that starts a conversation that's being washed away in our community, right? But also, it points back to you, because you are Good Company. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
This is decisions that you made to make your life better. Is being mindful of the people you surround yourself with. And so you're just wearing that in fashion as a badge of honor. You're wearing who you already literally are, and your goals is to watch the people you surround yourself with. You just wearing yourself. That's one of our taglines is wear yourself. Wear yourself for a change. Yeah. We always wearing somebody else. And wear yourself don't only mean physically, like on the exterior, but wear yourself, wear your character that God made you. You don't have to act like nobody else, and be like nobody else, and talk like nobody else. No, you were created for a reason and for a purpose. The character that God, if you goofy and you silly, man, wear that, bro. That's how God made you.
Right.
If you weird and you got these little, little things to, man, walk in that, bro. You different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be ashamed about who God created you. Wear yourself.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's what our brand is all about, man. It's about encouraging and enforcing and reminding, you know what I'm saying, you to be who God created you to be, and wear your own character and watch the people you surround yourself with.
That's dope. That's dope, Donnie. And I'm glad you walked it out like that, because I still remember like those times where you had the pop-up shop down on Vine Street, downtown Cincinnati. And I remember sliding through, setting up my little DJ section and just playing music while people walked in and stuff like that, and helping you fold t-shirts and just explaining to people what this brand is like. So to be here 10 years later, it's a blessing. And what also is a blessing is I'm proud to announce that for this summer, my halftime pep talk on the Be Positive Music Show will be sponsored by good company. So
let's go.
In the fashion that they do when they get drafted, I am going to switch out my hat situation. So for the summer months,
let's go.
The halftime pep talk is sponsored by Good Company Apparel. So I'll be wearing some new clothing. I'll be shouting it out. I got another homie who's really into sneakers, so I'm going to be sending him what the color scheme is, and he's going to be telling me the shoes to match with it. So he's going to have some fun as we rep Good Company, wear who you are. So I'm super excited about it, but we have to get to break. We're going to pause for some station identification. You guys stick around, because we're going to end the show with a little bit of fun. D-Maub's going to let us know of some of his favorite current Christian hip hop artists and maybe his Mount Rushmore. So we'll see. You guys keep it locked right here on the Be Positive Music Show, and we will be right back.
You are now tuned in to the #1 station for Christian hip hop and R&B, Holy Culture Radio on Sirius XM.
All right, welcome back, Holy Culture fam. B Plus here with D-Maub. We are rounding out today's show. We have had a lot of fun talking about D-Maub's kind of introduction into rap and the Christian rap. Then like his FIC era, his One Route era, and now he's in his Good Company era, and now he's just in a new era right now. This is going to be a fun year, so you guys want to make sure you guys stay up on all that he has going on. But we're going to round out the show with a little bit of fun. I'm a sports guy. He's a sports guy as well. I was going to go ahead and say, and then around 10 feet, he's kind of ambidextrous. Donnie can shoot with the left and the right. When he gets close and around the paint, he's a problem in the post. But we both are sports fans, so I want to challenge D-Maub to give me his current starting five of artists that he just likes to vibe with. He's a veteran in this Christian hip hop space. He's seen a lot over these 25 years he's been involved in it. So, just kind of give me a feel with your starting five of the artists that you vibe with today.
All right, starting five, man. I would have to go, and this is in no order. This is the top five. Okay. Aha Gazelle, bro.
Ooh.
Aha Gazelle, bro.
He's cold,
bruh. He's probably like my favorite right now, man. Shout out to Aha, man. You hearing this? That's a bucket list, bro. Hit a feature with you, man. So some people reach out to Aha, man, telling D-Maub want a feature. And he don't know me, so I'm
y'all tag him. Y'all tag him below, man. That needs to happen.
I think the feature will be crazy with me and Aha.
I think so too.
I've pretty much done features with a lot of other these artists, but it's a couple I still would like to do a feature with, but definitely Aha. Second artist who I've done a few songs with is my brother Bizzle.
Ooh.
Yeah, he has to go on my starting five, bro. So Aha for his wordplay and his versatility. I identify with artists who are super versatile like he is, because I try to be very creative and versatile, with my delivery and stuff like that. Yeah. So Aha for that. Bizzle for his freaking wordplay. He puts words together like I've never heard. You know what I'm saying? This dude, this dude can talk about stuff, bro. You'd be like, bro, I never even thought to look at it from that angle. You know what I'm saying? So I like his angles, how he, you know, what he talks about. So Bizzle, third, Solo. Rest in peace to my brother Solo from Gospel Gangsters. Like, man, them guys have no idea, bro, how they shaped me in this Christian hip hop thing, bro.
Right.
I love his rawness. He didn't deliver the gospel in a cute, pretty, you know what I'm saying, fun way. It was like, nah, I'm bringing it to you raw. I'm from the streets, and this is how I know to say what I need to say to get the point across. So he helped me. He, like the Gospel Gangsters, shout out to him and Chili Baby, actually, and Tick. Yeah. But they helped me to be like, man, I can deliver it in such a way where it's relatable to the streets, because that's where that's where I'm from as well. So it was like, man, I can talk that talk. So Solo. My fourth one is a female.
Okay.
Wande. She's my favorite female gospel artist, bro.
I'm waiting for her next album.
Bro, nobody sees Wande, bro. I would love to do a feature with Wande too. I think it'll be super, super crazy. Me and Wande. And then I love her creativity. I love her versatility. She raps, sing, dance. Like, she's like, if you look at this list, these are complete artists. These are artists who can play in the paint for real. These are artists who can probably shoot the three, who can dribble. Like, I got artists who can do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And then my final, who gonna take us home, you know what I'm saying? Anytime we need to tear the stadium up, KB.
Yeah. I like that.
So yeah, KB for his energy, bro. I can, like, all of these artists, my top 5, they're all relatable to me.
They are.
We all got something in common.
I see it. I definitely see that.
Yeah,
I definitely see that. Even down to like
everything you need. I got everything you need in that top 5, bro. Where do you want to go?
There's no holes in it.
You want to get deep conversations? I got that. You want swag, fun song? I got that in them 5. You want to light the arena up and get crunk and just have everybody go? I got that in this.
Yeah.
I got everything, bro. You want to go to the hood? I got everything in all these artists, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you kind of do. It's funny because like your first, you mentioned AHA and you mentioned KB, man. Their song Monster, man, that was one of the first features. Cause like I was kind of rocking with AHA, and then with his he had like a Reach Records era, and that song, when I saw that he was a feature on a KB song, I was just kind of like, is that gonna work? Yeah. And man, it really, really, really worked. So that's definitely a dope one. Definitely a dope one. Man, I like the 5, and I'm looking at it.
5, bro.
Yep, even down to like the fashion piece of it, because like Wande, she does her thing with like, she has like some products. I don't know what all the products are because I'm not a lady, so I'm not gonna be shopping her site. I am married, but I just haven't frequented the site. But I think she was doing eyelashes for a little while. Like, I think it's called Win, and she's doing her thing like with merchandise. Obviously, KB with Native Supply. I gotta give me some Native Supply. As well.
You got the Free Barabbas joint.
Man, Free Barabbas, like, just if I ever had an opportunity to talk with AHA, I know he doesn't do interviews a lot because a lot of these people, I'll hold my comments. But I feel like
he's misunderstood. I think
he's misunderstood, but I get him. I feel like I understand like his lane. I think he understands his lane, and he's not worried about the people who don't get it. If you're not picking up what he's putting down, then move on. Like, that's just kind of his style. I'm not gonna do your interviews. I'm not gonna interact with what you guys are thinking and speculating. I know the lane that I'm gonna run, and I'm gonna run it. But I still would love to talk with him, because I think Free Barabbas, it has so many different meanings in it. You can look at just the tagline Free Barabbas in a lot of different ways, and it's a conversation starter.
It is. It is. It's super
Conversation
dope,
starter. Yeah. So shout out AHA, man. Shout out.
Yeah.
So I love the top five. Love your starting five. So we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. But again, just tell people where they can go to buy clothing. Tell them where they can go to check out the new music. Just kind of give the people a quick rundown.
Yeah, so for sure. So for the music, follow me on my IG, official.D-Maub. For the clothing, for the merch, come get you some good company because you are good company. You feel me? Goodcoapparel.com. www.goodcoapparel.com. And my Instagram for my clothing is Good Company Apparel. So spell everything out at Good Company Apparel. So follow those two IGs, man. Hit the website, grab you some stuff. Keep good company. We're keeping it on us and around us.
Yeah, so you guys make sure you keep tuning into the show because, like I said, I'm going to be rocking some of that merch over this summer season. So yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Definitely got to have you back after Revamp drops, and just so we can dig into the production, we can dig into the bars and all that good stuff. So we definitely will have you back. I'm B+. This has been the Be Positive Music Show. Thank you for hanging out with me and D-Maub. And until next time, peace in, confusion out, and be positive.